Okay. Well, we should be live. We should be live right now. We'll give it a couple of minutes. People come in because we did hit the 8 o'clock. All right. Welcome in to the much anticipated 2024 spring preview. Spring update live stream. We'll give it a couple of minutes for it to file in. Man, we have a third guest coming. He'll be in here shortly, so he's a very busy man.
Man, JMO is always doing something. Let me tell you,
he's always
yeah.
He's like the president over there or something. I don't know.
Oh, I know.
He's something.
Yeah, I don't know when this man sleeps. To be honest, bro, he's recording videos. It's something with the fried. It's like, bro, like how much energy does one man have?
And then goes to practice, does everything. So,
good for him. Good for him. Okay, well, for the sake of punctuality, I know it is 8 on a Thursday, so we'll go ahead and get rocking and rolling here. I'm your host, Jonathan Goodall, aka JG Smooth. I'm joined by returning guest, seniors defensive lineman Hunter Largen, quarterback Dawson Hurl. Gentlemen, thank you for taking time out this evening to come on and talk to me. I guess you can just start. Whoever wants to answer the first question. How has spring camp, spring ball gone for you all?
It's going pretty good. I'm pretty old, so everything kind of hurts right now. So, I mean, it's going good. Defense is looking good. Swanson came in and kind of brought his new defense in, and guys seems like they're taking to it pretty well. So it's going pretty good. I mean, getting better every day. Other than just being old and dealing with injuries, then it's going pretty well.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's going well for the offensive side. Defenses look great. I will say that. Swanson, as he said, came in and really has changed the defensive culture in my aspect just from the quarterback and kind of seeing how it's changed. Hunter would probably agree with me. But, yeah, the defense looks great. The offense, we're coming along every single day. I'm just excited to see where we're going to be this year.
And you mentioned the offense coming along. I know when we talked earlier, you mentioned trying to get used to the offense last year. Now this is the second year within the system. You've got familiarity from a scheme standpoint, chemistry with your receivers and your running backs. How much? Where are you feeling now on a comfort level compared to this time last year within the system?
Oh, so much. It's night and day. I mean, it's much easier being my second year in the system. I mean, understand stuff very well, and Coach Pat has helped me along to, really be a better mental side quarterback this upcoming year.
And for Hunter, now you're making the transition from being under Coach Sanders now under Coach Dudley. How has that adjustment gone? And what do you like most about now learning from Coach Dudley?
I like it a lot. It's definitely different. With Swanson kind of helping out, and between Swanson and Dudley, I mean, they're learning as far as learning us as players, and we're learning them as coaches. So it's always new. This is my third defensive staff I've been through here. So it's like I'm used to kind of getting new qualities from different coaches and stuff, and I enjoy it a lot. The guys, it seems like they're taking it well, and our unit is closer than it ever has been as a D-line wise. We spend more time outside of practice and kind of doing outside qualities, and Swanson and Dudley have done a good job kind of instilling those qualities and culture in us, kind of like Dawson was talking about as a defense as a whole. It's going great. I mean, I like it a lot. I like learning from those two guys.
And you mentioned a good point, right? Like this is your third staff. Obviously, Dawson, he had some changes at Missouri Southern, and coming here last year was a new staff for him. Talk about some of the challenges from kind of maybe starting from zero in some aspects so often? Like, what kind of is the biggest challenge about transitioning from one staff to another?
Really, the first thing, especially D-line wise, is like I noticed was like terminology. I mean, I've been in college football. This is my fourth spring. There's a lot of things I know. There's a lot of things I need to learn, but just transitioning from coach to coach is they have different words for each thing. So they might be coaching something that I know what they're saying, but I just don't know because of the terminology they use. That, what expectations every day in meetings, in practice, what we do, and how we handle disciplines, how we handle praise, like how we give each other our flowers, stuff like that. I mean, there's just a lot of little things that people kind of overlook and don't really realize what athletes have to go through when dealing with coaching change. It's a whole new culture. Especially like DC, I mean, especially with the head coach, and I've been through one of those too. Even with DCs and like different side of the ball, it's coaches expect different things. They expect different qualities out of athletes and contribute to the culture that they're trying to build. So it's definitely challenging sometimes, but it is rewarding. I do like where we are at right now and with the staff we have. So.
You want me to answer on this too? I mean, it's definitely kind of what Hunter said. You just gotta kind of learn their terminology and what they expect. Hey, there's J-Mo.
Yo. What's up, fellas?
What up?
Dang, he got the studio lights going and all.
Yeah, I know. I got
to make a TikTok.
That's my lighting.
That is Mr. UCO right there.
Yes, sir. That is Presidente right there.
I'm trying to get like y'all, man.
Yeah, we have our third guest, senior defensive back, the man with the fantastic first name, Jonathan J-Mo Mosley. Welcome in. Dawson, I know we were interrupted by use of royalty here, but you wanted to continue your.
Nah, it's all good. We can bring J-Mo into all the conversations. So,
what am I missing out on?
Hey.
So we were talking about that because this would apply to you too. Learning with the with like the different staffs, right? Because you played under Landry, now you played under Lechtenberg, now you're under Swanson, right? So we're talking about like what kind of are the biggest challenges of adjusting to different staffs throughout the years.
Yeah. I kind of heard a little bit what you were talking about. You said terminology, man. That's a big one. Just learning how each coach thinks and what defense they really run and what scheme they're getting into. That's the important stuff. And just learning that and getting as deep into the playbook as you can. Because the more you do that, the better you're off. The faster you can play. So I'm right there with you, Dawson.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what the biggest thing is learning everything that they are bringing over. So,
and for you all now, because you're veterans. To my knowledge, this is it for you all. Like this is your last year. You're kind of looked at now as leaders. So now, like, I guess it's mainly what pertain to Hunter and Mosley because they do have new position coaches. Like how much different does that make it now? Not only learning the new terminology and the changes and all that, but like you're going to be looked upon as one of the guys to set the standard for that new type of whatever they're looking for. How do you kind of handle that? Like, is there pressure that comes with that, or do you guys just take it in stride?
Definitely some pressure to it. I mean, it's definitely my responsibility and Zane's responsibility to pretty much learn the defense. When we've talked to Swanson separately, kind of get ahead to see some of the younger guys when they ask, we know. Like I know what the ends do. I don't play end. Swanson won't let me. So shout out to Swanson when we play some end and get the 5-10. But I've taken into account to kind of learn what they have to do each play. So like when the younger guys ask questions, I know. So yeah, it is a little bit more pressure, but I mean, again, these guys they've never played college downs. They've never played in a college. They never played on a Saturday. When we have 4 years of experience, I mean, it's kind of a responsibility. It falls on us to take it in stride and retain what we need to know for our position, what we got to do, and then also help them out where they can go. So as a team, we can be better.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Hunter. I agree with everything that Hunter says. But at the end of the day, football is football. And it's our job as college athletes to just push the next man. And our job as leaders to push the next man to be just as good, if not better, and help him accomplish all things that he can accomplish along with yourself. And that just comes from learning from each other and pushing each other and continuously working towards your craft and only getting better. Kind of like what we say on the defense now, today is the worst we'll ever be because we know tomorrow we're going to be even better. So that's a big deal right now, especially.
And for you, JMO, because I've asked Hunter about this, but now you've got 2 new secondary coaches back there, Coach Pearson, Coach Dumas. How is that, I guess, learning process going for you now, switching over from Neil McGuire to Dumas and Pearson?
Yeah, I love what the new coaches bring. They bring energy, and Coach KD, if you come to practice, you're gonna feel his presence because he's one of those guys that's fired up. He's passionate. Coach TP, co-defensive coordinator, he knows so much about football. He teaches us more than just DB. He teaches you how to be a field journal. And those 2 guys, they just bring a fire to the room that just makes everybody want to be better. And just bringing in that new culture and learning about it and how these guys coach, and I think they can help elevate everybody's game in the room.
And for Dawson now, you kind of become that elder statesman in the room now that Steph's gone. You end up taking the majority of the snaps after Steph's injury. You were a multi-year starter before coming here now. What kind of I don't know what to say. Like what kind of is your mindset now, knowing that like you kind of maybe have to be the guy to set the standard within that room now, where kind of last year you were kind of able to come in and kind of learn for a little bit, but now you have to be like the de facto leader within that room. How is that going for you?
I think it's gone well. I mean, especially being this my 6th year, I've been around a lot of football. So hey, I was about to say you're right there with me, huh?
Oh, I'm on 4, dude. You got another 2 years on me.
Dawson.
I know there's a couple of us, like old Noah West. He's right there with me. So
the Dylan Buckeye, that means 45
yeah, Buck
years
too.
old, defensive back for the UCO Broncos.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I will say this being my 6th season, so I know kind of what a standard looks like, and they do a good job here really trying to have me lead that quarterback room in the offense more this year. So I definitely feel the pressure of them kind of making me more a leader this year.
And now, because like you mentioned before, this is Dawson's 6th year. This is Hunter's 4th. Let's see, mostly somewhere around that too. Buckeye's been here since 2019, which is crazy to me. So, like, as seasoned vets that's been around the block at this point, like, are you approaching your final spring ball any differently? Like, I'm sure you've been through it now. You know the grind, but like, are you approaching it differently from the fact of like, okay, this is my insert number spring ball, or is it maybe like because okay, like this is it, like this is my last spring ball? Like, are you soaking it in? Is the mindset different? I guess.
Yeah.
Just
jump. Here, I'll jump on it.
Mr. President, go ahead, man.
I was like, yeah. Just jumping on that, I wouldn't say that you attack it differently because I feel like every spring ball, you kind of have to bring it because you're a college football player and you can't slack off. But not just that, like kind of what you said, soaking it up and realizing like, man, this might be the last go around of me playing this sport and just not taking it for granted, being blessed, realizing how blessed we are to be in the position and having to have so much time that we do playing this sport at this university. It's humbling, and it's a blessing. I'm definitely grateful for the opportunity to be able to play another spring again. I'm sure old man Dawson is too.
Yeah, I mean, this I believe is my fifth spring, so it definitely this year feels different than all the other years, knowing that it's my last go around and this is kind of it. So I've kind of prepared differently this spring, just really trying to know everything in and out and try to get my body physically ready to play a whole year to the best of my abilities. So yeah, that's really my big thing I've changed. What about you, Hunt?
I don't know. I feel like I've always kind of, like J-Mo said, like always attacked the spring and like every semester the same. And I gave everything I got. But it doesn't. There is something knowing that like this is probably my last spring and stuff like that. But definitely soaking it in. I mean, spend a little more time in meetings after, hang with the guys, and like, 'cause you're not gonna get that type of thing like elsewhere. I mean, it's the bond you create with guys in college, especially when you're an athlete. It's you're going through hard times, adversity every single day, and you're doing it with the people around you. So it's just you're going to create bonds with them. Like you go through tough times, through some workout, spring ball. I don't feel good right now. My body hurts, knee hurts, back hurts. I'm just my old man, dude. When it comes to playing college ball, but definitely, like Dawson said, preparation wise, I mean, recovery. I am taking that more seriously, just because I don't want to be beat up in the summer, and like I need to come every single day prepared, especially with the young talent below me right now. I mean, Wesley's tearing it up. I got to stay on my A game, or I'm gonna get my spot took. So, and he's gonna be a great factor to our defense this year. And so, yeah, I just pressure makes diamonds. I mean, it's definitely taking it more serious this year. Or that sounds like I don't take it serious in the past, but taking my time with things. I mean, I spend more time with other guys, showing them. I mean, it's fun for me. I mean, football is still fun, even though we're competing at a high level now. So it's definitely just, I don't know, taking it in more.
Mm-hmm.
And when it gets this late into spring, next week's last it's the spring game. Like how, I guess, just talk about like what's that grind like? I think because people will see, oh, this is 15 practices, it's spread out like this, and it's not like every day, but like that's a grind. So like just to describe spring ball to people that might just think like it's just a few practices, like it's not this big a deal. What is spring ball truly like from an athlete standpoint?
A grind. It is. By all means, it is. I mean, yeah, we practice Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but you're taking 30 live reps a day as a defensive lineman, as a nose guard. I mean, he's getting smacked over and over and over again. And we just take it just it's a grind. It's preparation, it's recovery, it's just an all-day thing. I mean, yeah, we do get more time. We got our weekends off now. That's pretty much the only difference between now and fall is that the weekends we have off, which most time we have to spend laid up in the bed or in suits or air bubble suits to make our legs feel better. I mean, it's definitely a grind. It's an everyday thing.
Yeah, I can attest to that. For me, spring is more like a showcase, especially since we got new coaches. It's kind of like a clean slate. Everybody gets the same starting point, and you get to really showcase what you do because at the end of the day, we're not playing anybody but each other. So it's just bringing that and seeing how much you have improved from the season and giving everybody an opportunity. Everybody in the debrief room is getting an opportunity because we got new coaches and the young guys who didn't get to play. Now they're getting reps. So everybody's getting around the same amount of reps, and those that are going to excel are going to excel, and those that aren't. And it shows in the way you play and the way you prep and the way you like grind, like Hunter said.
Yeah, spring is definitely a grind. I mean, you're doing a lot more live reps, as Hunter kind of mentioned, and then you're also lifting our 2 times a week right now, but it's lifts that are really getting after it and all that, which kind of changes during the season. So, I mean, your body is constantly just getting beat up. And yeah, I mean, it's tough, especially, I mean, I'm a quarterback, so I don't really get hit like Hunter or anything. So
Let's not act like
my
we're
body's
really
not
getting
as
the
bad
brunt
as
of
theirs.
the impact over here, bud. I'm
Red jersey.
the D lineman comes in a 3-yard span of Dawson over here. We get screamed at. So I'm not gonna say. Go ahead. I'm just gonna be quiet.
I mean, yeah, I know what they're saying. So I mean, yeah, I can't even imagine what Hunter has to go through.
Competition, man. What I love about the spring too is that we get to compete against our own guys, and guys like Dawson, they'll bring that fire. They'll throw a dart and then they'll look at you and they'll talk. And the best thing is that you get to line up against them the next play, one more rep, and you know he's gonna bring it. So just making each other better, really.
Now, Mosley mentioned, about when new coaches come, everybody gets a clean slate. Now, at some point, though, like, does that get old? Because you're somebody saying, like, bro, you can put on the film and see what I'm doing here. Like, I remember talking to Coach McGuire, and he mentioned Bug High, and I'm like, is he not like one of the better cities in the conference? Like, what we talk? So does that get old? Kind of having to reprove yourself every year, even though you've shown consistently, that like I can perform at a high level. Like, does that ever get old, or do you just something that's like, okay, just another challenge, another opportunity to prove, why I should be out there?
I'd say it's more of like the second piece of what you said. It's another opportunity to prove why you're that guy, because the stars will shine at the end of the day. So it really gives you a clean slate. And taking that clean slate, it makes you work harder, because it's like, all right, well, now it's not going to give it to me. I got to go earn it. And I got to beat somebody out of a spot, because these coaches don't know what we're capable of. And for the guys that haven't got an opportunity, it's even better for them, because now they get an opportunity to be like, hey, fresh slate, I can showcase what I can do on this platform that I'm given now. And it just makes you hungrier. And ultimately, it's college football. Everything is always changing at the same time. Somebody will be here today and gone tomorrow. And that goes for coaches and players and facility staffs, tutors. You never know. So it's college football, man. And it just makes you better, having that clean slate and being able to compete.
Yeah, just kind of hitting off what you said. I mean, it's not a bad thing by any means. I mean, yes, I've been here 4 years. It doesn't mean that I should have more of an opportunity to play than Wesley does. I mean, we come in each day. We do the same work each day. It just gives us an opportunity to, again, showcase our skills and earn. So you just keep having to earning. And with competition below you, and I mean, Zane's a ridiculously good nose guard, but he's on the end right now. Any day now, I can get Swanson. Hey, I'm gonna move Zane to nose, so you're not to compete with him every day. I'm like, oh, thanks, awesome, love it. Yeah, man runs a 4.8, he's 285 pounds. Yeah, love competing against that guy. But I mean, he makes me better. So does Wesley. So does Wilson. And when Stewie actually gets back from his ankle surgery, so will he. So it's just this new time, another time to compete against our friends. I mean, it definitely is fun.
Right. And we play the sport to compete. So if you don't like competition, then why are you playing football? Because ultimately we're all here to compete, and the competition only makes everybody better at the end of the day. So
Yeah, I will kind of hit off what JMO said. I do think that how everything is this spring is a lot different than the last spring here. As competition wise, I feel like we're a lot more competitive as a unit. Kind of as JMO said, we're a little bit more chirpy this year at each other and kind of really getting after it. And I absolutely love it. I just think it's the best thing for us and kind of brings out the best in everybody. And we're always kind of fired up to practice live against the defense or the defense against the offense.
And it's funny you mention that, because talking to the coaches the past month or so, they raved about the chemistry and the mindset and the attitude of the team this year. What maybe is different about this year from seasons past that are causing your coaches to just harp on how much they're loving the chemistry, the intensity, the hunger. Like what has changed, perhaps?
As kind of Hunter hit on it earlier, is I feel like we spend a lot more time now as a team, uh, just kind of trying to build those bonds. As in maybe like years past, we haven't done that as much. So that's one big thing I kind of believe has kind of changed our culture a little bit.
Mhm. Yeah, I'd say that as well. Like literally, what was it, yesterday or the day before that? We went fishing, and then
Yeah,
we ended up having like 15 guys out there, and we're all putting the pole in the water. And we only brought in 2 fish, but I guarantee you, we all had a great time and made a memory just from
absolutely.
that experience. You know,
Old Buck is great fisherman, got a
man,
big one. So
he brought in the beast. Dude's a beast on the field and on the shore. Man. Yeah, just doing that and just creating an opportunity where we can spend more time together. And just guys like Dawson, me, Hunter, now keeping the core was very important. You know, those core guys that have been here for a while. So it's the bond that we share, knowing what we've been through, and integrating guys and learning together what culture is and celebrating each other is making this team only better on the field.
Hunter, you have anything to add to that?
Oh yeah. I would say one of the biggest things, like coaches have just put more of an emphasis on it. I mean, like we give out every day we practice. We have an awards assembly, or that we're like any guy can say like, oh my teammate is being selfless tough in this one, and like he's doing this. Like when they went fishing, like a guy nominated like the main. I forgot who it was now.
Ridge caught his first fish.
Yeah.
Ridge nominated the one of the players who took him out there and kind of got him going. So we just put more emphasis on it and like kind of celebrate the guys, and like it shows everyone else that what it looks like to be a good teammate, what they got to do, and it kind of helps us older guys who have been in all these different programs, different coaching staff, kind of shows us the way how it's supposed to work. And it gives us an opportunity to bond with our younger teammates and the transfers and all the new people we get.
And with you all been around the block, experiencing so many things, you know, the ups, downs, like how, I guess what kind of, I mean, obviously the end goal is a national title, but like when at the end of the day, you know, when you all walk off the field for the last time, like what kind of are you hoping is the legacy that's left behind when people think of Jonathan Moses, people think of Hunter Lark, people think of Dawson Hurl 5, 10, 15 years from now? What kind of are you hoping that at the end of the season people will remember you for the most?
I think, at least for me, these two would probably agree, is kind of really getting this UCO program on the right path, and really getting them to start being a dominant program again. And I believe that Coach Doral has what it takes to bring it back to being a program just as he did in Maryville.
I would like to be like remember kind of just as the guy who was always involved with his teammates and was a good like leader and a good player. Like, I mean, I always try to hold myself accountable to what the standard is and try to be an example for the young guys and trying to help the young guys, pulling them aside, helping them out. So I just want to be remembered really as a good teammate and a guy who gave everything he had. I mean, I'm 6 foot and 315 pounds, but I'll give you everything I got. And that's kind of what I want to be remembered by.
Yeah, for sure. When I walk off that field, I want that feeling of like knowing I gave everything I had. And just expanding upon what Dawson said, just knowing that we were the first spark in changing the culture and the program, and just knowing that we can be remembered and maybe starting that dynasty or that legacy here at UCO. And hopefully I'm not just remembered as the guy who makes TikToks, you know? Yeah,
I wanted to say something about it, but I'll let you bring it up first. So
Man.
Now he did mention the TikToks. Now I have to ask, how were you able to convince Jacob Delso to do what he did on that tip? Because I'm sitting there, I'm saying, no. This isn't the Delso I know. There's no way this man agreed to this. How did you convince this man to do that on camera?
I'm telling you, me and Delso, we went viral like one time before, and it was on accident. And I was like, hey guys, I'm making a video. If anybody wants to be in it, let me know. And he was like, what are you doing? I was like, all right, this is it. He was like, oh, that seems kind of funny. I'll do it. And then like the next day it had like 3 million views. We're like, what? We're like, run it back, do it again. And he was coming to me with ideas, and I was like, all right, good. So Delso, that's my guy. Just seeing my teammates, like that's another thing. Like I pride this program is that like I feel like my teammates actually like embrace what I'm doing with my platform, and they're kind of like, they've accepted it, and they're like, he's not only just doing this for himself, but it's also bringing attention to UCO. Like you can't imagine how many recruits I have in my DMs sending me their film. Like I'm a coach, but like guys will come and visit. Guys will come on visits. They'll be like, "Oh, you're the guy from TikTok." I'm like, "Yeah, I make videos. I make Instagram and YouTube videos too." But just seeing that's so cool. And then my teammates just giving me that pat on the back, making me feel better about it.
Hey, I will say when I first came here, that's the one thing I knew off rip JMO did he was the TikTok guy.
Yeah, literally. They're like, yeah, I seen your videos before I committed here, or like I'm on my visit, I seen your videos. It's like, man, I'm basically recruiting.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. Now, okay, it's funny you mention that because now, as of late, I've been getting tagged in like commitments and like camp announcements. And I was like, oh, this must be how most of it. I was like, this is kind of crazy, Wookie.
Yeah, it's crazy, like seeing your reach. That's one thing about this program is like we have such a big platform because we're a big fish in a small pond. Especially if we can get this team going in the right direction. When we walk off that field, we know we have everything. We have everything that we possibly could need. Now we just got to put it all together and make it happen. I feel like we got so many talented pieces on this football team. The sky is the limit. It's just up to us what that outcome is going to be when we walk off that field.
And I think what stuck out to me last year, there were certain instances where you could see that. Like I look at the performance that Hunter and Zane had against Pitt State. First, I want to commend Hunter and Zane for that. That was probably the best game I've seen from an interior duo in my time covering UCO. I genuinely was like, after that, I was like, damn, these guys literally left it all on that field. Like I've only been speechless a few times. The last time before that was probably the Emporia game when Steph like carried the team on his back. I was sitting there like I just tipped my hat. So I have to ask, as part of that duo, what was working for you all in that game? Because they literally could not stop you all.
Yeah, we started with Zane. Zane is also a phenomenal player, and he started just racking in these sacks. And I was like, well, guys, I got to turn it up. I got to kind of catch him. But it started off with him and kind of getting the ball rolling, and it's the last game of the year. I mean, we kind of there's nothing. We don't have to worry about how bad our bodies feel tomorrow. I mean, there's not a game next week. It's all we got. So it's just clicking. We had a good scheme in. We did what we were supposed to do. I mean, scheme worked well, and we did what our coaches asked of us and performed. So all just kind of fell apart, I guess.
Yeah, those guys make my job easy, so I love it.
And for JMO, if I because I completely did not do the awards this year. That's all on me. if I had done the awards though, you probably would have been the front runner for most improved because I felt like your coverage, if it wasn't improved, it at least was by far more consistent. I think you tied for the team leading picks. You had a pick six against Northeastern State. Talk about what kind of from a coverage standpoint maybe led to your increased success in that area last year?
Yeah, I'd say it was really just because I finally got the opportunity to take a bigger role in the team. With Buck out the whole year, he backed me up and he said, "Hey, man, you're put in the position. You can make plays, now just go make them." And just people believing in me and backing me up, and my teammates having me. It was a long season, but I was able to be put in that position. I'm just grateful for it. The production that I could make in that position.
And I have to commend you because on the pick six against Northeastern State, you were dangerously near the sideline. Now I hate to bring this up. I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I do.
Washburn 2022, sir. We had, I'm thinking, okay, this is a walk-in pick six. There is nothing but turf. And this man goes out of bounds. And I was just like, what are we doing here? And it's like, so enlighten me. What happened on that? Because I'm thinking this is a big six. Nobody's there. It's clear path. And he just goes out of bounds. And I'm like, did we lose track of where we were on the field? What happened?
Man, before that play, I seen the quarterback motion to the receiver. He gave him a signal, and I already knew he was throwing him the ball. So as soon as he looked my way, I jumped the route, and then my momentum just took me, and I touched the sideline. I tell you, I'll never, like you're talking about it right now, I'll never live that play down. And I don't know if you realized it, against Washburn this year, I almost had a pick six, and I stepped out of bounds again. So it might just be the Washburn curse that I'll step out of bounds on an almost pick six every time. It won't happen this year, though, trust.
Okay, well, see, I was going to cut you some slack because it seemed like you were trying to weave through traffic this past year and just kind of got directed toward the sideline. So I was going to let that one slide because it still was an impressive return. But I was like, bro, and I was like, how is this man going straight out of bounds? Like that up until I don't know what Delso was doing on that because Dawson should have had like a 6 touchdown against Lincoln. Aside from that probably was like the what are we doing moment. It's like this opportunity like right there because I committed JK. I was like, JK, I appreciate you staying in bounds on that against Kearney because you could have pulled the most in out of bounds. And we went I appreciate that, sir.
Man.
And on that subject, because there were several drop interceptions last year from that unit as a whole. I know when I talked to JK, he mentioned about working on the jugs machine. Are we confident we can corral more of those interceptions this year?
Oh, yeah, that's one thing that we're emphasizing is getting turnovers in this defense. And almost done with spring, I think we've done a great job when it comes to emphasizing turnovers. Coach really says it. AATB is our saying, all about the ball, and we really emphasize that. And we're working on it. And trust, we're going to come down with those today because those plays matter. They help us get points on the board. So got to make those plays, especially when they're given to you.
I'll definitely say the defense has created a lot more turnovers this spring. They're doing their thing, so trust that they'll create turnovers this year. I know it.
And for Dawson, offensively, you all did lose some people. Obviously, Lane being a big one. He was an All-American. Oscar's gone. Like there's been some changes on that offense. How have you felt like that unit has progressed during the spring?
I mean, everybody's kind of accepted their roles. We had some young guys really step up and show that they can play. And the guys that have been here really had to step up their game because they were getting pushed by the younger guys. So I mean, it's just breeding competition right now, and everybody's just showing that they want the ball and they want to play. So I'm excited this year.
And from a chemistry standpoint, like where do you feel like you're at in terms of connecting with your receivers, with your tight ends? Are we feeling good about where that's at heading into the offseason and fall camp?
Absolutely. I think as a quarterback room, we've also been completing it at about over 65% most days. So I mean, we're doing a good job completing footballs, and I believe our chemistry will be pretty dangerous this year. So I'm excited to kind of see what we can bring and how many points a game we can score.
And for Hunter, I know the run defense last year was kind of maligned for a period. It got a lot better down the stretch. I know that kind of was like a sore spot for some fans. I talked to Coach Dudley. He's adamant you all will stop the run this year. I 100% believe the man. How do you feel like you all can kind of reverse last year's trend in terms of stopping the run from the front three, maybe more consistently than at least the early first half of last season?
I think the best way we attack it is one, doing our job, staying on our gap, and trusting the linebackers going to fill in the spots they're supposed to. Also, just getting a more of a rotation with the guys. I mean, you can't have a group of D linemen out there for 13 plays in a row on a long drive. Like, it's just not smart football. So, good rotation. The younger guys stepping up and being able to play a role in the defense. Kind of help out so we can have a rotation of 9 guys coming in and out. So their offensive line is facing a fresh D line every time. Just hitting on a couple key things, and just trusting Swanson, his play calling, and what he wants to do as a defense, and just doing our 111th. I mean, it pretty much boils down to that, and just to be able to bounce back from adversity when it does come, because adversity always is going to come. So just being able to handle that and do our role in the defense.
And I've heard all three of you mentioned that there's young guys that are pressed and made the most. Who are some of those young guys that maybe fans should keep an eye out for?
Can I start one off?
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Man, D Hurd. Look out for my boy D Hurd.
Yes, sir. The Hurd
catches a pick almost every day. It's almost guaranteed. I don't know how. He's got like voodoo. He's got to be paying the quarterbacks or something. D Hurd is good for a pick almost every day. And the improvement that young guy has made is incredible. And Memphis too. That young cat on the outside on that island, man, he's showing that he's got that dog in him. So watch out for those 2 young guys, man. They're working hard.
I'll say one this year at the receiver spot will be CJ. He's good. He's different. So I'm excited to see him kind of step into a role this year.
I'd probably say Wesley. He's definitely come, night and day as far as being able to learn the scheme and fall into it and be a threat on passing downs and running downs, and kind of working on stopping the run with him, especially jumping into a nose guard position when he's like 260 pounds. It's definitely easier for me because I'm 315, so he definitely plays a different role, and we're 2 different types of nose guards that Swanson always puts out, and how I'm fat. He always seems to point that out. But Wesley's come night and day. He's making strides every day, becoming a more football IQ, smart football player, and being able to help out and being a guy that I don't like, being a guy on the field where I'm not worried about if he knows what to do. So definitely a guy to look out for. Wilson's a guy to look out for. Marcus, pretty much the whole D line. We were doing really good things on the new transfers and kind of bonding together. I'm excited to see what we're going to do.
Now, Hunter, I want you to footnote, because on Broncos Sports, you're getting the Dante McGee treatment. So Dante was listed, I think, in 2022 as 275. He informed me emphatically he was nowhere near 275. Last time I checked,
345. What is that?
345?
I mean, what
Hey, Hunter large. Oh my
Dang,
God.
Big Hunt. That's what you're weighing now?
345 is insane. I'm not Noah Dobson. What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm 315.
Man, ate a couple Mac.
I remember Sterling Sanders at the end of last season. At the end of last season, like we done playing Pitt State, and I was talking to Sanders. And I was like, hey, just so you know, if y'all don't change my roster weight, I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. Just so you know, if that does not change, it's either fix my roster weight towards right or just make it where I'm like 6'4". Because you know how many times I've went on to play a different team and some freaking fat O lineman that weighs 350 was like, "What, you weigh 345?" I'm like, no, I don't. I play at 315. Oh my God! One more O lineman says some stuff, dude. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm hunting down the person who does the roster stuff, so watch out.
Your comedy.
345. Get that out of here.
Hey, Hunter, I'm right there with you. I think I'm listed at like 180, and I'm like 210. So,
Oh man, that's so much worse, man.
I was complaining just because I didn't have a retwist in my picture, man. Y'all got it worse than me.
345. At least it got me at 6'2". Hey, I'll take it all day long. In cleats, I'm 6'2". Dang sure not 6'2" and flat footed.
Okay, wait a minute.
No, they got Zane. Too.
We gotta check this down.
I think Zane's listed like 6 foot or 6'1".
No, go ahead.
Zane's 6'2", flat footed, and I'm 6 foot, and they got me at 6'2". So Zane's kind of mad about that too, because they definitely dogged him on the height. Because Zane's definitely taller than me.
I'm about to pull up the roster too real quick.
Dude,
it's one of those like. I'll put the roster right now because there's some I'm looking and I'm like I don't know about that. So okay, Mosey. So they have you at 6'1", 200. Yay or nay?
Yeah, that's accurate. That's right. I say probably like 205, depending on if I eat before practice.
Hey, when you're famous with TikTok, don't get your stuff right.
Dude, they have Gabe at 6'3". He is not 6'3". That man is 5'11" and a half on a good day. Get out of here. Yeah, Zane right here, 6'1", 280. Zane's definitely taller than me, and I'm pretty sure they have me at 6'2", unless they change it just to knock on me some more. Let's look.
Well, I feel like you've been between 6 foot and 6'1".
Dude, I'm like 6 foot. Last time I measured probably a couple months ago, like 6 months ago. Flat footed, I was like 6 foot and like 3/8.
Extend the neck a little bit. It'll give you an extra inch. Stretch the neck up real high.
They have Stewie at 6'3", 220. That fatty is not 220.
He's like going down the roster one at a time.
He's very triggered by those.
They should have Doral's height and weight on here.
That would be a good one.
5'2", 290. I hope he watches this so you can see it too.
Hey, I definitely think we should go and try to get the height and weight on the coaches. I think that'd be a good addition.
I agree.
The deal Swanson would be the most fit. He'd be Coach
Hartwell. I don't know. Coach Brooks might have that
Coach
one.
Brooks,
yeah.
Coach Brooks, the athlete.
Yeah, Coach Brooks.
You seen him doing those drills?
You see the video.
He's still ready to play.
What are we doing, dude?
Hey, Coach Brooks, man, he might mess around and get on a UFL roster on accident.
Hey, get him somewhere because he can definitely still play.
He definitely can still play. Let's ask him if he got more eligibility.
Coach
Gilbert. Look at this. Swanson literally just texted me and said cardio club fat shaming works.
I'm glad he's watching this.
I hope he is, dude. Yeah, we won't talk about Swanson looks like Sid the Sloth. We won't talk about that.
Hunter,
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Going down the line. Getting on their heads. Get out of here with that.
Hunter's gonna show up to practice tomorrow and be a 3.
And they're just gonna make him run gases.
This is going.
Okay, now Dawson, they have you listed at 6'3", 180. Yay or nay?
Absolutely not. I'd say I'm 6'4" and about 210.
Oh yeah, Swanson's watching. He's about to use music fire. Oh,
Old Tubby.
He's playing Madden. He's probably getting beat by Dudley. Dudley whoops that butt in Madden, just so you know. Beat Swanson.
That's funny, man.
Okay, now I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that because now, if I recall correctly, when J-Mo came on, I think back in 2022, I think he made the claim he was the top Madden player on the team, had a certain playbook. He had a certain playbook, a certain team that was unbeaten. So when I talked to Coach Dudley, I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, I'm sure they probably have played. He informed me no, and then he informed me in so many words that even though you're having a great spring, you don't want that smoke. So I'm just saying,
okay. Let me clarify.
Let him do that to you now?
In 2022, I had a lot more free time. That's why I was the best Madden player. Heavy on the was. But if Dudley still wants to smoke, just know it's free. I'm not ducking. I'm not hiding. I'm here.
Who do you play with?
I play with anybody now. I think I'm not the best on the team no more. I can tell you that. But I
if you say the sorry Cowgirls or any bogus team like that.
Nah. I probably use like a cheese team, probably like the Chiefs, just so I can guarantee a win.
Of course.
You gotta do it.
I can have reason to use the Chiefs now. J-Mo, wow, that's
yeah, I guess so. I use the Packers. I'll dice that up with Jordan Love back there.
You can use the Packers, but you don't got the power of Taylor Swift on your side like I do. That's all
no one cares. Taylor Swift, dude.
Hunter, you look like a Swiftie, man. Lighten up.
I do. I like all kinds of music. I really do. And she definitely is like the smartest artist business-wise. That's not like she really is. There's not even debatable. But I'm not one for her music now. I like
Well, now I forgot Dawson's a Chief fan. So congratulations again. I'm sure that was, I'm sure it was getting dicey for you for a second. You're probably like, oh no. But I knew as soon as they kicked that field goal, well, it's over. It's over. Like you're not gonna stop Mahomes on a meaningful drive. It's just
they're gonna be better next year. They got more receivers.
That's what I'm saying. Well, hey, Pat Mahomes. He's this generation's Tom Brady. I'm telling you, he's going to be our GOAT. And
all right, let's pump the brakes a little bit there.
Hey, I'm not going to lie.
Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowl rings, and your dude has 3, 2. How many does he have?
He has 3. Come on now, back to back.
Hey, double it and add 1, and then you can compare to Tom Brady.
He's close.
We got plenty of time.
I'll give it to you. I'm just saying it's a little too close. You can say he's the best quarterback in the league right now. You can say that. But to compare him to Tom Brady, who has 7 Super Bowl rings,
what are you doing with
and not only did he do it, he was a franchise quarterback at the Patriots. Then he's like, guess what? It's not. And all the people was like, it's only because he's on a Belichick. It's only like, whoa. He's like, guess what? I'm going to go to Tampa that no one watches. I'm gonna win a Super Bowl with him.
Hey, we'll gladly pay our GOAT the money, so he'll stay in Kansas City. We don't want to see him go, say, to the Chargers or anything like that, and we'll go win one.
Well, okay, now I have to ask Hunter as a Packers fan. After that thorough beat down of the Cowboys, how much trash talking did you get in?
Dude, all the time, especially Johnny. Johnny is a Dallas Cowgirls fan, and man loves him. He's from Kansas City.
That's
And so, like, we were talking about one day. He was like, "Well, I'm a Dallas fan. I'm a Dallas fan until they're no longer like in the playoffs." I'm like, and then I become a Chiefs fan. I was like, "So you're a Chiefs fan every year?" Because Dallas can't make it past the first round because Dak chokes every single time. And it's okay. I always tell them, I talk a lot of smack because Green Bay always beats Dallas, and then the 49ers always beats Green Bay every time. It's annoying. Trust me. I wish we could switch it up, but
I'm a
yeah.
Vikings fan.
Talk
So.
all the trash to all the sorry Cowboy fans out there who haven't won a Super Bowl since the 90s. Get out of
You too funny, man.
here. Dude.
Okay, wait. So now, J-Mo, now as a Vikings fan, how we feel about Kirk Cousins taking his talents to the Falcons?
Okay, check me out. I love Kirk O'Chains, but I don't think Kirk was the dude that's going to take us to the Super Bowl. But unfortunately, I don't think we're going to find the guy that's going to take us to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, Kirk had his time, and we were paying him a bag. I love Kirk. He's a W man. He's a great person. But I don't know. I feel like we just need to switch up, and maybe the rebuild will bring us our next franchise quarterback. Hopefully.
Yeah. Packers got Jordan Love. We were all worried when Rodgers left. And now we got another diamond in the rough. Jordan Love's coming in slinging that thing.
Hey, we'll see if he can continue doing what he's doing. He ain't no Pat Mahomes, I'll tell you that.
Dude, shut up.
What are the odds and get
This guy.
We get it. Y'all are good. Congratulations, man. I'm so happy for you.
It's almost like being a Warriors when they were really good. I can't respect it.
Oh,
Where you don't know who's a bandwagon fan. Like, obviously, Dawson's from dirty Kansas City. Like, also, he's from that city or whatever. But, like, you catch these guys who are from Texas, like, I'm a Chiefs fan. Like,
dude, you're a bandwagon.
okay, right.
Hey, I was there during the tough times of Matt Castle and Jamal Charles. So I was a sad kid going to games watching us lose.
Oh, Alex Smith.
See, I wish like if I'll shut up after this one. But like if somehow Oklahoma could get a professional, like if say Oklahoma, like we somehow got an NFL team, like would you leave your team? Like okay, obviously you're from Kansas City, you're out of the conversation. Mosley, you're gonna go from the Vikings to the OKC, whatever.
I'll know deep in my heart, I'll always have the reminiscence of Adrian Peterson hitting 2K.
Oh,
but I think I might have to back up OKC. Like the Thunder right now, I got my SGA jersey on the way. We finna win a championship.
Shoot, I really do hope that because it would be fun.
Celebrate, man. We're going to Bricktown.
Yeah.
After spring ball, though.
After spring ball.
Hey, that will be in the
Smart
summer.
decision.
I digress.
Yeah. Well, see, he mentioned the Thunder, but there's a lot of Thunder bandwagon fans too. And as someone that used to work there, I can tell you for a fact, during the tank years, bro, I heard nothing but negativity. Dog, they're gonna move the team because nobody's going to the game. Now all of a sudden, Thunder's the best thing smoking. Like, where was this 2 years ago? It's just.
You gotta enjoy it while it lasts, because you never know how long it may be.
I don't really follow basketball, so I have no what's going on right now. I saw on Twitter the other day they're the number 1 seed or something like that. Go Thunder. Let's go.
Go Thunder.
Go Thunder.
All right.
That's right. Okay, let's see. What else did I want to have? Okay, so I guess it was for those fans who come out, considering coming out next Friday for the spring game, what can they expect to see from you all if they make that trek to Richardson Stadium?
It's gonna be an electric environment, man. We're gonna have a fun time. I mean, we always have a fun time competing every day. You're gonna probably hear me yelling at Dawson and telling him how slow he is right now. You're gonna hear stuff like that and us talking trash. It's gonna be a fun time. Got a lot of recruits, a lot of parents. I mean, it's a good environment to be in.
Absolutely. You'll get to see the defense flying around, making plays, and the offense tearing it up. So definitely, if anybody's watching this right now, come out to the spring game and just come enjoy a little preview of what you'll get in the fall.
Oh yeah, for sure. And don't forget the best view in the house. You get to look at that beautiful water ball while watching football, man.
I thought you were about to be like me. I literally thought the TikTok thing is in this guy's head. Oh my God.
Oh, wait, now you mentioned the waterfall. Now, Peyton was able to jump in there after senior day last year. Are you all planning to do the same? Are you going to jump into that waterfall?
Hey, if we win a conference title, absolutely. I think we'll all be in that thing.
I think we're gonna follow
After
Dawson.
our last game.
I might lift Hunter up.
Yeah.
Throw him in there.
No. If it's after, what are they gonna do? They're gonna cut me? What? No, I'm yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm jumping in there, 100%.
Well, you see, I was surprised that they actually let the man do that, because I remember when we beat Northwest in 2022, Steph and others tried to jump in there, and they were like, no. So when I saw that picture of Peyton actually getting to jump in there, I was like, I'm surprised to let the man. I mean, I get it. It's P. Scotty. But I was still kind of surprised. So I was like, well, I felt like now they have to let it happen on senior day. You can't be like, well, I mean, you did let Peyton do it. So, like, you know, I got to be able to do it. So, okay.
I don't know. He's about 8 years, so he probably had a little pool to be able to do that.
Buckeye.
But I remember him playing as a true freshman back in 2019. That's how long this man has been here.
What is he on, 7?
I think he's on a 6 too, because it'll be me and Hunter's 5th, because fall 2020 we didn't have the season.
Dawson, you
said
can't
what?
say much. You're on your 6th one. You're on your 6th year. So
I know.
What up, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I was about to say, yeah, because I'm pretty sure Dylan's the only person from 2019 still left. But it was like the same though for Johnny and Dante, because they were the only two from like 2017 still there. Mm-hmm. I was like, dang, it's really been that long.
It flies by, man. You don't realize it. Time flies when you have fun, man.
It's crazy, bro. Oh well, man, I think that's really all I had planned. I appreciate you gentlemen taking time on your Thursday evening to come on chat with us. For those that are coming to the stream late, whatever, it'll be up on the channel here, like after renders and something. It'll appear. Before we get out of here, though, I do have Mosley's link posted in the chat. I'm wearing one of his shirts. Can we see?
Hey,
I'm wearing one of his shirts.
Yeah, so
I saw he had the flex with the President's Cup. Okay. Well, you know, he's got it. But see, now you doing that. Now you have to win this year, because you got to keep the streak of getting the clean sweeps now. Because I think it'll be like 10 straight. I think if you all win this year,
it's happening every year. I think I take a picture. I take a picture with the President's Cup and I remake like an iconic basketball photo. Like I think one year I did the Kobe in the bathroom. Last year I did the Carmelo. We'll see what this year's is, but we definitely got to bring the cup home, man. Keep the cup.
Yeah, because especially with them kind of doing that weird like 2-year separation where they're playing as an independent for a couple. Like, who knows when that comes again? So like, yeah, to be able to get the clean sweep 10 straight and do it at home, I think would just be would be massive. But I do want to give Mosey a chance. You want to plug your content, your channel, your TikTok, whatever you wish to plug.
But yeah, man, y'all check me out on social media on IG at M2SLEY. That's Mosley, but with the 2. Check me out on TikTok at I Sleep with Socks On with no H. So I Sleep with Socks On. And YouTube as well at I Sleep with Socks On. I sleep with socks on because you won't forget it. So yeah.
So now how did we come for that name? Like did it just come to you? Like how? Because that's a very like unique name that like So how do we come up with that?
Man, I'm actually about to drop a video on how I got my name in like a couple weeks. I was gonna wait until I hit 2K subscribers and then drop the video. But I'll give you a little insight. I was on TikTok and I was like, man, everybody has a unique name. And at the time, my TikTok name was the same as my IG. And I was like, well, I need something different, something that'll stick in people's head. And then I looked down at my feet. I had the socks on. It only felt right.
And then we talk about this man being UCO royalty. If I'm not mistaken, I saw UCO's own John Hayes interview you on Channel 4. I was like, this man big time now. So like, how did that come about, and what was that experience like for you?
Man, it's just crazy, like the power of NIL and connecting with people. Because I literally went on their website and I was like, hey, I have a story for you guys. And immediately, I think within like 15 minutes, they hit me back. They were like, hey, we want to take this story. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and what all you do. And just being able to do that and have the experience and just put a bigger spotlight on UCO and our program was so dope. And being able to do that with my platform. Because at the end of the day, it is bigger than me, it's bigger than me. It's about what we all bring to the platform because we're all athletes. And even though we may be Division II, we have a platform, And I just want to empower the guys around me.
And now I gotta pose a question for Hunter and Dawson here because literally all the merch, all the gears from the DBs. Like what? Why are the DBs the only ones right now that have the merch? Like I talked to Terrell about it. I feel like his nickname is TD. There's got to be something that like there has to be other opportunities there for you all. Like I'm gonna literally be at like every game wearing some kind of DB gear, whether it be JMO, JK, Willie. I think I do have Zion shirt from last year, so that's like one non-DB. Like literally everything I've gotten is DB.
Hey,
like we got to get some more non-DBs in there, bro.
If y'all want to create y'all merch, man, hit me and I can connect you tonight. We can make it happen tonight. Because I need
man.
Yo, fat face on
Big
it.
Hunt needs one.
Oh,
we should do one with just your face, like your face only. And he's just like,
yeah. I'll give you one that's school appropriate, one that's rated R, 100%.
Big Hunt with beer.
Exactly what's gonna be on there. Sponsor athlete.
I knew exactly where you were going with
Yeah,
that one.
you know, man. Swan's about to text me like, "Do not be doing that."
Hey, I would buy that one.
100. Dude, I'll paint him out. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, yeah, that's great. No, yeah, because like I'm sitting there and I'm like, almost everybody out now. I think Cannon has his hoodie, so I got that. I'm like everybody else is DBs, and I'm like, props to them. But I'm like, there's other positions now. We just dropping the ball here. So okay, well now you know who to go to get that ball. Well, now I'm not saying being a massive rush. Because my pocketbook appreciates this. It seems like every day someone was just like, oh, yeah, I'm putting out some gear. So like, but it's all good. I greatly enjoy supporting you all. You all support me. So, but no. So I do have. I'll be wearing the gear. And probably shout out to Trayvon Craig. He like got a custom shirt made for me that he's supposed to be sending to me at some point. So I'll probably be like rocking that too. But
yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Right.
Now what?
180. How'd I do, Dawson? I'm ready.
I want to see the 3-step right now.
Oh man.
Okay, wait, okay, it's funny because I saw Mosey do videos with Grayson Miller kicking. Now have you petitioned Coach Curley to allow you to do some kicking this year? You know, like you gotta say, listen, you know, if it's senior day, we up by a lot. You gonna let me get a kickoff in there or something now, man?
Hey, I'll let Dawson try that for me, but I'm not. If we're up by like 80, maybe I'll get a chance. I better hit it though. That's the only rule. Is like I gotta make it.
Hunter, you want a big man touchdown, huh?
100% put me in there. 100% getting it. Just give me the ball. I'm an athlete. Give me the ball. Put the ball in my hands. I'll make moves.
Well, if Swanson's watching this, here's your little petition to get you a big man touchdown this year.
Hey, fullback dive, baby.
Well, I did it in middle school. I scored touchdowns in middle school. Zane would be the candidate because Zane was a running back in high school at the Podoke High School where they play with 6 people on their team. So he was direct a running back, kicker, a quarterback. I about to call it a passer, a quarterback.
Oh man, y'all are comedy.
Yeah, it's because it's funny he mentioned that. I remember when I first put on Zane's tape, and that first highlight was like him bringing out a 50-yard run, and I'm like, okay, this is definitely new. I did not expect this for the first clip, but like it's the step. I don't know if anybody, probably not. Anybody remembers TJ Roberts? That first clip I saw of him, he leaped over a standing defender, landed, stiff armed the guy, and ran for the touchdown. And at that point, I'm like, I don't need to see any more. I feel like it was the same with Hunter when he tackled the center into the running back. I what more do I need to see here? I don't. Why am I still watching this?
Yeah, man, that's good stuff.
And then I think Jimmo had some clips playing some wide receiver, I think. So I was like, oh, okay, so we should have some ball skills. To your credit, because like I still go back. 2022 Northeastern State when Jalik had that pick 6, and I raved all about the ball skills on signing day. Like, listen, I know there wasn't many picks on film, but I believe there's some ball skills there. And I was just like, okay, this is it. He's going to prove me right. Walk in, touchdown, drops it. And I was like, that's great. That's well. Again, I appreciate you gentlemen for taking time to come on. I appreciate everybody that came out. I'm wishing you all the best of luck the last week of spring. I will try my earnest to be there next Friday. I make no promises depending on what the allergy report's looking like. Might gotta skip it because I'm just tired of the sinuses and losing the voices and whatnot. So if that's looking up and up, yeah, I do plan to be there because last year I think we had the was last year when we had the weather, or was that 2022?
It was last year.
It was last year. Okay, yeah, because I know
last year we were bad.
I don't know. It's all blended together, dude. I've been head and head a lot.
CTE.
It's like the weather. Yeah. So no. So I'm gonna try to get out there, see what because I've heard some good things so far about people that have made some practices. So yeah, no, I want to get out there see what even though you all wear different numbers, so like it does me like no lick of good because. I might be like, oh, okay, cool. I know Moses usually number 2, and then I go out there and I don't know, say he could be wearing number 55, and I'm like, I don't know who this is. So, so but yeah, no. Otherwise, no. I do plan to try to get out there because I according to Coach Dudley, it's going to be a show. So I'm all for that. So. But no, I appreciate you guys. Again, anytime you all want to come back on, whether that be in the off season, fall camp, whatever it have you, I'll be more than happy to have you back on. But yeah, I'm wishing you all best of luck, much health last week. Get through, fingers crossed, get through unscathed, and put it into a good start to hopefully a great season ahead.
Appreciate that.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you, John.
Appreciate you having us on.
Sweet. No problem. Thank you.